What do Hillary Clinton and Jeb Bush have in common? Probably a lot more than we would like to think about. But one thing is for sure, and that's that they both would like to be the next president of the United States of America. The Republican elite are doing everything they can in their power right now to coronate Jeb Bush. You might have seen Phyllis Schlafly recently released a press release and gave a pretty thorough tongue lashing to the Republican establishment and a strong exhortation to conservatives in the Republican Party, in essence saying, we are not here to follow your orders. We're not a loyal, unthinking base. We are here to make an impact. And that's a message that needs to be heard with the pro-life, pro-marriage, pro-liberty, pro-Second Amendment base of the Republican Party. Jeb Bush is not our friend. You need to know that. He is not our friend. He caved in like a house of cards when Terry Schiavo was brutally starved to death in Florida. I was there. I was on the ground. I was with him in the room when me and the Schindler family met with Jeb Bush. Okay? I have been there face to face. I've seen this man. He is not presidential material. He is not our friend. Okay? But that aside, we'll focus more on Jeb Bush as time goes on. But Phyllis Schlafly's exhortation bears us doing it. It bears us looking at it, and it bears us saying to the Republican elite what she said. We're not your lackeys. And I'm weary of hearing about electability, all right? We don't want Pat Buchanan because he's not electable. We want Bob Dole. Well, did Bob Dole win? Are you hearing me? Look at President Bob Dole. Look at President McCain. Look at President Romney. Oh, wait. They didn't win. They were the pick of the Republican money. They were the pick of the elite Republicans, and they got trounced. Ronald Reagan, on the other hand, was not the pick of the party. He was an outsider. The Republican Party machine and the elite did not like him. They did not like his conservatism. They wanted a party man. They would have much rather had George Bush the elder when they ran in the Republican primary in 1980. Reagan wouldn't back down. Reagan held true to his principles. Reagan won the nomination, and many of the Republican elite held their noses and went along with Reagan, but they didn't like him. And then after he became president, well, then that was a whole other matter. Then they had to like him, right? We are being bamboozled. We have been bamboozled again and again and again by deep money Republicans who don't want a true conservative, a true pro-lifer, a true defender of marriage in the White House. They don't want one of us in the White House. They want one of them. And that's what Bush is. And that's what Hillary Clinton is. Deep money Democrats, big business Democrats, hardcore ideologue Democrats, but still would go along with Hillary. Let's focus on her for one quick moment. She's still in hiding. No, she's not. Okay? She is getting ready to run, and she's vetting herself, one pundit said. She's vetting herself. She is looking for everything that they can throw against her. Everything. And she's rehearsing her lines. She's rehearsing her lines to deal with her husband, to deal with the statement that she made about her and her daughter being under fire when she wasn't. She's rehearsing her lines on how she's going to deal with everything that's thrown at her and how she can quickly lay them to rest. And she's going to have the help of the media elite to do it. Mark my words. You know, you look at Governor Scott Walker, and the Washington Post recently did a story on questions still linger about him leaving college. He left college in his senior year. He had something else that he felt he needed to do. He never went back and got his degree. The end. But it was a huge story in the Washington Post. They're just looking for something that they can thrash him with. They're not looking for stuff to thrash Hillary with. You can take that to the bank. Sloppy, unthinking journalism. That's what's happening with Hillary, and it's already happening with Jeb Bush. The elite want one of their own to rule over us. Our job is to resist them. Speaking of sloppy journalism, I've got to take a break. But when we come back, I'm going to look at Reuters' super sloppy journalism about a man who's going to be beheaded in Saudi Arabia. Do you want to get America out of the hands of wicked and unjust men and women who are destroying the republic before our eyes, and put leadership back into the hands of righteous men and women so that we don't die as a nation? Well, you're talking about social revolution, and there are rules in social revolution. We can look at the victorious social revolutions of the past, such as the end of slavery, the end of child labor, women's voting rights, the end of segregation, and so much more, and learn from their victories. Look at their actions, their images, their rhetoric, their sacrifices, and their final fruit. We will send you this series that originally cost $129, 7 books for students, 1 teacher's guide, if you'll give a gift of any size and just pay for shipping and handling. Take advantage of it today.